Hey everybody, sorry it's been super long. Traveling and getting out of school has been really rough, but we are back with another book review. Um, this book, people have been telling me to read for a couple years, basically since it came out, and that is Will by Will Smith. This is the autobiography memoirs of Will Smith, and he just kind of goes through everything up until his 50th birthday. And so, when I told somebody recently that I was reading the book, they were like, "Oh, does it include any thoughts about the whole Chris Rock thing?" It does not. I think he honestly could probably add another chapter on that whole debacle. But overall, it was a pretty decent book. I haven't seen a whole lot of Will Smith films. I've seen a few, but I all of the films that he's done or been in, I've only seen 3 or 4, maybe. I can't really say whether or not I'm a huge fan of his or not. But it was a very interesting book. There's some things in it that I just didn't know about. I really appreciated, especially when he's talking about the development of rap and how rap kind of becomes a thing and how he gets involved. That was really cool because I am also not a person that listens to rap very often, if ever. It's just not a genre I'm really super into. It's in my least favorite genres, rap is only 2 above country, so it's pretty low on my list of things to listen to. But I did really appreciate just his talking through that kind of history, just because I didn't know it, and I thought that was really interesting. His life has been very interesting. I really couldn't connect with it though. That was kind of, I think, my biggest struggle, was that there were elements of his life that I could connect to, but 95% of it I just couldn't. I just didn't get it. So there was that. There were also pieces, and he talks through the book about, whether he thought about including certain elements of different stories, and so some of the elements that he was questioning whether he should include, I was like, yeah, you definitely could have let that out. But I think it's more of just, that's who Will Smith is. He's trying to be mildly honest. But yeah, overall, I'm giving it a 4, just because it's a pretty good read. And I also did, like I did with Viola Davis and Michelle Obama's, you're reading and listening to it, because Will Smith does his own audiobook, which I think is super helpful. It's so much better when the actual author does their own audiobook. I just think it sounds better, which is cool. You can also just kind of hear and feel the different emotional journeys that he's gone on, and then just also hearing about the other actors and other people that are in his life, and they're people that we know, people that we've heard speak, and how he can imitate their voices and whatnot is really important and really cool, I think. And so having that kind of as the companion as the read along, I thought that was really good and just really well done. But I'm not giving it a 5 just because there are just elements that I just couldn't connect with. I didn't really care about too much. But yeah, it's a pretty good book. Definitely would recommend, especially for men. I think it's definitely more of a man's book. We don't get a whole lot of autobiographies or books in general where people are really kind of analyzing their whole lives from a spiritual or emotional perspective, and I think he does that very well. And so I definitely would highly suggest it for that. Outside of that, Joe, I just wasn't really super connected with his story, but I think it's still a good story. So there you have it. That is all I have in this episode. Again, as always, like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel so moved to. But also continue to send those book recommendations. A lot of you guys are continuing to send those book recommendations, and I'm dropping them in to my list. Again, I know it's been really, really slow getting through books, but this, like, my brain shut down after the end of the school year. So I'm trying to get through some more books, and I've been pretty good about doing 2 at a time, so I might be able to keep that up. But hopefully you guys will continue to drop books and send me book suggestions. Really looking forward to getting into some of the ones that have been sent my way. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!